Are aliens just sleeping? That sounds fake. It sounds like something your little cousin would say after losing hide and seek. I did not lose. The aliens are taking a nap. But weirdly, this is a real idea, not proven. Not even close. But real scientists have asked a very strange question. What if advanced aliens are not dead, not hiding, and not ignoring us? What if they are waiting for a very, very long time? Here's the problem. Space is huge. Stupid huge. So huge that if space were a school hallway, Earth would be one tiny crumb under the vending machine, and the vending machine would still need a map. NASA has found thousands of planets outside our solar system, and our galaxy probably has at least 100 billion planets. That is a lot of places. So people ask the famous Fermi Paradox question. If the universe has so many stars and planets, where is everybody? Where are the alien cities? Where are the giant space billboards? Where is the UFO parking lot with one alien arguing about where he left the keys? So far, we have no confirmed evidence of life beyond Earth. No alien hello. No alien group chat. No message saying, sorry, wrong planet. Just silence. And silence is creepy when the room is this big. There are many possible answers. Maybe life is very rare. Maybe intelligent life is even rarer. Maybe civilizations do not last very long. Maybe space travel is too hard. Maybe aliens are hiding because the universe is scary. Or maybe they looked at us, saw mosquitoes, taxes, and people eating cereal with a fork, and quietly left. Fair. But one answer is much stranger. Maybe the aliens are sleeping. The idea is called the Aestivation Hypothesis. Aestivation is like hibernation's sweaty cousin. Hibernation is when animals slow down during cold times. Aestivation is when animals slow down during hot, dry times. Imagine a snail in the summer. The ground is hot, water is gone, life is annoying. So the snail basically says nope, closes its tiny shell door, and waits. That is aestivation. It is not laziness. It is survival with a mucus door. Beautiful? No. Effective? Weirdly, yes. Now take that snail idea and make it cosmic. The Aestivation Hypothesis says a very advanced alien civilization might choose to become mostly inactive, not because it is weak, but because it is patient. Too patient. Scary patient. Like set an alarm for trillions of years patient. Why would anyone do that? Because the universe is still warmer than it will be later. Yes, space is already cold. Very cold. If you opened a lemonade stand in deep space, the lemonade would become a sad ice brick, and your customer would be dead because there is no air. Bad business plan. But compared with the far future, today's universe is still kind of warm, and for computers, heat matters. Computers do not just think for free. They use energy. They make waste heat. Your laptop knows this. Your phone knows this. Your game console really knows this. Put a laptop under a blanket, and it becomes an angry waffle. It slows down, heats up, and starts making fan noises like a tiny airplane begging for mercy. Now imagine aliens with computers bigger than planets. Maybe their goal is not to fly around waving at random monkeys. Maybe their goal is to think, to calculate, to run simulations, to solve enormous problems, to build giant digital worlds full of alien accountants, alien chefs, and one alien who still cannot find the TV remote. For a civilization like that, energy is not just fuel. Energy is thinking money. Every bit of stored energy is a coin. And the question becomes, when should you spend the coins? Spend them now, while the universe is warmer? Or wait until the universe gets colder, when some kinds of computation might become more efficient? It is like seeing a toy store with a giant sign that says, everything will be 1 trillion times cheaper later. A normal person might say, cool, I will come back next week. A super advanced alien might say, cool, I will come back after several cosmic eras. This is where the idea gets ridiculous. The hypothesis says an advanced civilization could collect resources early, store energy, make quiet machines, turn down the lights, and wait for the universe to cool. Not for a weekend, not for winter break. For an amount of time so big that your brain tries to leave the room. They might not be flying around the galaxy right now because, to them, right now is the bad time to be busy. We are looking at the universe during their nap. That would explain the silence in a very funny way. We keep asking, where is everybody? And the answer is, shh. Imagine humans searching the sky with giant telescopes. We point at one star, nothing. We point at another star, nothing. We send radio messages into space, nothing. Meanwhile, somewhere extremely far away, a giant alien computer has a sticky note on it that says, do not wake until the universe is less annoying. That is rude, but efficient. If aliens are in aestivation mode, they might not build shiny things we can easily see. They might not blast messages everywhere. They might not host giant laser concerts. They might make their civilization compact, quiet, dark, and boring from the outside. The most advanced thing in the galaxy might look like nothing, which is deeply unfair to telescope people. They worked hard, give them at least one glowing triangle. But there is a catch. Actually, there are many catches. First, this idea only works for a very specific kind of alien. These aliens must care a lot about future computation, not beaches. not snacks, not taking selfies near black holes. Computation. Second, they must be able to store resources safely for absurdly long times. That is not easy. If you cannot keep leftovers good for 3 days, imagine protecting energy for trillions of years. Third, almost everyone has to agree. If one alien civilization decides to sleep, fine, but if another alien civilization says, nah, I bought a trumpet, then suddenly the galaxy is not quiet anymore. All it takes is one noisy space neighbor, one teenage alien with rocket keys, one civilization that hears, wait quietly, and responds, what if we do fireworks? Then we might notice something. And there is an even bigger caveat. Scientists have argued about whether waiting really helps as much as the hypothesis suggests. Some researchers say the computation argument may not work the way the original paper imagines. So this is not a solved mystery. It is not proof. It is not aliens confirmed sleeping in drawer. Please do not open your sock drawer and scream. This is a hypothesis, a strange possible answer to a strange question. But that is why it is fun. Because it changes the feeling of the Fermi Paradox. Usually the silence of space feels like an empty house. No footsteps, no voices, no lights on. But the Aestivation Hypothesis says maybe the house is not empty. Maybe everyone inside is asleep. And we are the tiny kids standing in the hallway with a metal pot and a spoon. Bang, bang. Hello? Anyone there? Maybe the universe is not lonely. Maybe it is early. Maybe we arrived at the party before the party started, which is awkward because now we are standing there with chips, talking to the furniture. The deepest part is this. Humans think the present is the main event because we live in it. Today feels important because today has breakfast, school, work, problems, and someone asking why there is a spoon in the cereal box. But to a civilization that can think in cosmic time, today might be tiny, a warm little moment before the real work begins. To us, the universe is ancient, about 13.8 billion years old. To them, maybe it is still morning. Maybe we are not late. Maybe we are ridiculously early. So are aliens just sleeping? Probably not in little pajamas, probably not in a bunk bed inside a UFO, and maybe not at all. But the Aestivation Hypothesis gives one weird answer to the great silence. Advanced aliens might not be gone. They might not be loud. They might be saving their energy, lowering their cosmic power bill, and waiting for a colder universe where thinking becomes cheaper. Which means the scariest answer to where is everybody might not be nowhere. It might be not yet. And if that is true, then space is not empty. It is just taking the longest nap in history.